And that's the way that, people have been saying all year. Look, you got to get big with them. You got to get in their shorts. You got to get physical. And it worked. But you're right. Without Draymond Green, I still say they're a playoff team.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't say just average. Maybe slightly above average. But he is definitely the straw that stirs that drink because of the energy. Steph may talk a little trash on the court sometimes. He may stare people in the face, but he's not really a vocal leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's more of a showman. Like, he gets the crowd involved. He's not getting the team involved. Right. Draymond is the one that's going to talk to his teammates and yell at us when we're doing bad.
Absolutely. Hey, that was a very good point, Fish. And folks, again, you're listening to Sports Done Right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Let me jump in this chat room here. First off, because I got to introduce a couple of lovely young ladies here. First, I got to give it up for our main lady, Miss Denise, has joined us tonight. Miss Milk and Cookies herself. What's going on, young lady?
Nice Abby, Denise.
Yes, indeed. And also joining us, Ms. Queen is up in here as well. So I want to say what's up. I don't know if this may be her first time or not, but thank you for joining us, Ms. Queen.
How you doing, Miss Queen?
All right. So let me get back at it here. We got Fisher. We got Reggie Lawrence going hardcore tonight. Fish, because Reggie been looking for you, man. He been looking for you ever since Europe. So I know, and hats off to Fish. Fish taking his lumps, man. The Chief Rocker got at him the other day, and Fish holding his own, man. So Fisher, stand up dude, man.
Well, now, I'm going to say probably one of the biggest collapses in sports history. The biggest collapse, bro. You went what? You broke the Bulls record, okay? You buzzed through. You barely got by OKC, and then you had Cleveland down. Tell me that's not maybe one of the biggest fraud teams that I've ever known. There's no way.
Look. Are we? You can have it. You can have it both ways, man. You can call them a fraud team on one hand. On another hand, you can call Cleveland the better team.
Which one you want to go with?
So we can go. I think it's a little bit of both. On one hand, yes, that is the biggest collapse I can ever remember in American sports. Outside of maybe, the only thing that's equivalent to that is when the Yankees had the Red Sox up 3-1, and then the Red Sox broke the curse of the bank.
With you.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the only other one I can really think of that's the same as this. But at the same time, while you say, yeah, you guys choked this away, you can also say, well, hey, the Cavs stepped up to the plate and they proved to be the better team. And in a 7-game series, man, the better team tends to win. Yeah. Even if you want to say, hey, they didn't have Draymond in this game. Well, that's the Warriors' problem. They still had 2 chances after that to close the deal and they didn't do it. So, hats off to the Cavs. I'm a discredit the Warriors and say, yeah, you guys had a chance to do this and do that and you didn't do it. You came up short. But, at the end of the day, the difference between them being a champion and not being a champion was what? They lost by 4, so 5 points?
They got blown out.
The season a fraud.
I can because,
they lost game 7 by 4 points, man.
They lost game 7 at home. Okay, after breaking a single season record is why I'm calling it a fraud. And the other problem,
but the playoffs are different. The playoffs are different than the regular season. They lost the same amount of games in the playoffs as they did all regular season. You can call that a fraud, or you can call it you have more games against better teams, and you're not playing against the bums in your conference and the bums in the other conference and a couple of good teams who may have guys sitting out this game or sitting out that game. Not to mention everybody's not playing at 100% right now because it's just the regular season. They're trying to
hold on, fellas, because you guys are going hot and heavy. Very good points. But let me get some of the chat people involved here as well. Okay. Starting with that Ninja, he says, if not mistaken, I thought Fish said because of a stat from last year, there should have been co-MVPs this year. That is a patented 4-letter network statement.
He also said LeBron led both teams in 5 categories, and you're glamorizing one shot because of repetition from the TV. I really hate mainstream media. Jersey said not an MVP dollar.
Hold up. That's got nothing to do with what I see on ESPN or what I see on whatever I might be watching. That goes strictly to see what I see when I'm watching the game. we can't discredit Kyrie. Like, everybody just wants to jump to LeBron, and like I said, rightfully so. He led every category. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, 5 categories. But that's not to take away the fact that he didn't average a triple-double last season in the finals. He averaged a triple-double, and guess what? They lost. And when he lost, everybody said, oh, well, he didn't have the help. He didn't have the help. He didn't have the help. Now when he has the help, but he got the help from only one of his other 2 players.
But here's the thing, though.
He got him from, hold on, Dallas. He got the help from one of his players. So when his one player of the 2 that were both healthy this year give him the help, why are we going to discredit him?
Well, wait a minute. He also had Tristan Thompson step up, and the situation is this: your boy was a unanimous MVP, and he no-showed. Period. Point blank. 2 series. Two series.
Okay, he no-showed, and guess what? Kyrie did a lot of guarding him. Kyrie did a lot, and Kyrie scored a lot of his points while Steph was guarding him.
And Kyrie's not a defender.
Exactly my point. So why are we not giving Kyrie Irving more credit?
We should give Curry less credit. You have a shorter point guard on you that is a horrible defender.
We can give Curry less credit all we want to till the cows come home. That's fine and dandy. I'm saying when it comes to the reason why the Cavs won this year, it is more Kyrie Irving than it is LeBron. If Kyrie wasn't there, listen. If Kyrie wasn't there, LeBron probably could have had the same stats. He probably still could have led all players in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks. Is that not a possibility? Of course it is. So with that being said, he still could have done that whether Kyrie was there or not. But Kyrie was there, and guess what? That was the help they needed.
Now, I get what Fish is saying here. Hold
up.
Tristan
Thompson, they don't win.
Hold up. Because I want to get some more of the chat in here. And again, folks, Sports Done Right. Thank you for tuning in, checking us out on xsquadaffiliates.com. We got Jon Fisher, host of Cooking with the Microwave, on here. He's going hard with my co-host, Reggie. Make sure you check out all of our shows on xsquadaffiliates.com and as well Spreaker.com. Now, Fish, Sluggo is out here, the hammer himself, saying that that's the humble pie or cold crow Fish is chewing on. They coming after you.
Now, hold up. But no one talks about what's even worse for your Golden State Warriors, which is pathetic. The Cavaliers switched coaches in mid-season, just about, okay?
Well, they switched coaches in mid-season. They switched coaches in mid-season because of the Warriors.
It doesn't matter if it's because of the Warriors. You got beat. Okay. Your Warriors got beat by a coach that came in halfway through the season.
Did Steve Kerr coach the whole season?
He coached longer than Lou, and he also coached him last year to
7 games
to your championship team that you were so in love with that blew through a bunch of teams that was missing 2 to 3 of their best players again. So last year was flawed by Golden State, and then when they played against teams with their full complements,
but they still got back to the finals and lost to a better team.
Well, I'm glad you admit that it was a better team.
If you want to call last year a fraud, then they probably wouldn't have made it to the finals this year. I mean, are we not going?
It was a fraud. They beat everybody minus their best players.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. So if let's say the Warriors don't break the Bulls record this year and they make it to the finals and lose, we still gonna call last year a fraud or this season a fraud? No, you just calling it that because they broke the all-time regular season record. That's the only reason why you're calling it a fraud.
Well, I called Curry's MVP a fraud, and I told you last year it was a fraud because they beat a bunch of teams minus their good players. Who did they play this year in the playoffs?
Man, look, LeBron.
Who did they play?
LeBron don't. Who they play? They played Portland.
Okay, exactly. And who was on Portland's squad?
What do you mean who was on Portland's squad?
Come
Portland
on.
had a good squad.
Oh, come on. Okay, so they beat Portland. Who else did they beat?
Portland. They played Houston.
Thank you.
And they played OKC.
And they was getting their ass kicked by OKC until they blew it.
Let me ask you this. How good you think those teams would have done in the East, the teams that the Warriors beat?
I think that they would have got beat by Cleveland too, so it doesn't matter.
I think OKC is a better team than every team Cleveland beat in the East. I also think, that Houston is better than at least 2 of the teams, maybe outside of Toronto. Okay, so Houston, you don't think Houston would have beat Boston?
They would beat Boston, but I don't think Houston would have beat Toronto.
You don't think Houston would have beat? I said outside of Toronto.
Okay,
I'm talking about the other 2 teams. They would have beat the Hawks.
You don't. I can't say that.
Man,
Houston is garbage.
2 years. Yeah, but they don't get swept. The Hawks got swept 2 years in a row, bro.
All right, so
Okay.
hold on. So let's move on. Let's move
Put
on
those
to.
teams,
Hold on.
go ahead. Let's move on.
No, go. Oh, no, hold on. I was just gonna say, Ninja says, does LeBron have to score 40 to get credit? Don't forget about his defensive impact on the game.
Why does everybody feel like me saying Kyrie needs more credit means I'm trying to discredit LeBron?
No, I think what they're saying is you thought that Kyrie should have had the MVP or dual MVP.
I said Cole.
You realize Kyrie did it 2 games, right?
I never said 2 games. What do you mean? Kyrie showed up in Game 3 when LeBron didn't, good sir.
Okay, and then he showed up in another game.
In Game 5, they both scored 41. In Game 6, Kyrie had like 28 to LeBron's 41. You can't sneeze at 28 points just because LeBron scored 41 and say Kyrie didn't show up.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that.
You think they didn't need in Game 5 them 28 points that Kyrie put in? You think they didn't need that?
Fish, never in NBA history has somebody led in all the categories for the whole series. For one player.
That's fine.
And I'm not jocking LeBron. I'm not a big LeBron fan.
That's fine.
Let's talk about how.
Back to your corner, gentlemen.
I'm not wound up. It is what it is. The stats don't lie. Okay, all right. I mean, everybody was. It is cool, but no. You know what?
Okay, so go to the stats game for game with points between Kyrie and LeBron, and see how many games Kyrie scored more than him.
Why don't we talk about Kyrie versus Curry? How about you talk about that? Like, get off of LeBron.
We just said Kyrie annihilated Curry. I'm not saying anything about LeBron. Y'all are saying that I'm trying not to give LeBron credit, and that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm saying is, everybody's talking about LeBron, but I don't think he could have done it without Kyrie. And it's not like
I don't think they could have did it without Tristan Thompson either.
Kyrie averaged more points than any of the Golden State Warriors. So why are we just gonna sneeze at him?
Fish, if my mom had a package, she'd be my dad. So if Golden State couldn't have did without Green, I mean, they couldn't have went as far as they did without Green. You can say that all you want.
But I'm saying Kyrie averaged more points than everybody on their team for the series. So why we just like, yeah, whatever for Kyrie.
Now let's get back to like people like Grego that was talking all this shit about the Cavs and hating on LeBron and the Cavs and jocking Ayesha Curry with her silly ass. Let's talk about that. You know what? Nobody was bitching and she wasn't out there tweeting.
She's fine though.
She damn fine as hell. And Curry's mama finer, but she wasn't saying shit when they came back and won, when they was down 3-1. But now she want to, ride, jock everybody, and then call it a fraud when her boys come back and lose. Why is that? And then
let me ask you something. You something, Dollars. You married?
I was married, but I have a significant other.
All right. What would your significant other do if that was you? Would she not do the same thing? Would she not feel the same way?
Don't even go there. Hell, but man. She would. She might feel the same way, but she wouldn't.
All right. So
she wouldn't talk shit.
That might is good enough.
She wouldn't talk shit. Fisher, that'd be like, would your girl get in a battle rap and battle rap somebody for you and handle your rap game?
Let me ask you something, man. Let me ask you something. How many of us say we want somebody that's ride or die? So when you get one that's ride or die, you just gonna want to criticize what the ride or die does? That's what a ride or die does.
Okay, so
I ain't got no problem with it.
You don't have a problem with so Curry
that's
can't stick up,
man.
Oh, is it really? So, but that's people mad at Miko Grimes though. People was mad at Miko Grimes when she was talking shit.
But Miko Grimes was. Go ahead, Guff. Miko Grimes was repeated history of doing that via social media and coming on radio shows, cussing out radio hosts and all of that. I mean, Ayesha Curry stuff was related to, we can say these playoffs or that series. Excuse me, y'all. We can say it was related to that series, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like she has this history of, I'm bashing the NBA and this and this and that. I mean, let's just see. This is one incident with that happening, and it's coming from somebody who's standing behind. Man, everybody wants somebody who's gonna have their back like that. You know what I mean? It's just the era of the social media. She's a millennial.